and welcome back to my channel. This video is my Repurpose Your Junk, the St. Patty's Day Decor Challenge collaboration that is co-hosted by Alex at Chapter 2 Vintage Co. and myself, that we've opened it up to anybody who wanted to participate to show off some of their maybe unconventional St. Patrick's Day decor that they have been thrifting and looking for, just to add a little spot of spring and a little bit of Irish into your home. You may not celebrate St. Patrick's Day in the traditional sense. You may just like to go out and have a green beer, or you just might like to just welcome the new season that's coming in. That's kind of what I do. It's like the end of winter and just the beginning of spring. So let me go ahead and show you how I have used things to display in my home for this holiday. I'm going to go ahead and start with this little shelf. I really didn't do a lot to it other than adding this one vintage St. Patrick's Day card and a little pixie, but you know that I call them pixies, right? Anyway, I added this little guy. He, is kind of Christmassy, but I just love them so much that I thought he looked a little leprechaun-y. So I went ahead and added him on the shelf next to the card. I also have this table here that's right underneath the TV in my family room. I have this cake stand that I thrifted, as well as a vase and an old Sprite bottle, some old tins. And I had this at the shop. It's just this little tin that it was actually displayed in I call it the Mantique section, where I have a lot of oil cans and different garage things. But I was walking around and noticed that it had the 4-leaf clover on it. And I thought, you know what? I can use that in my St. Patrick's Day decor. It's Clover brand. It is valve grinding compound. So this just goes to show that you never know. You can find something that you wouldn't think that you would maybe use in your home decor, but it adds a nice little touch. This is also a little piece of silver that I brought home that I actually had listed in one of my live sales, but then I decided to keep it. This is an old champagne bucket that I change out for the seasons. I did bring home the wheels. You'll see another one here in a few minutes. These were found at a flea market. They're just these old wagon wheels, but I decided I was going to keep them and just use them as a backdrop in my displays. I also have a little green train car that was picked up at, I believe, at a yard sale. Some green doilies. I did pick up this little green shoe at Goodwill. It was 99 cents at Goodwill. These little shamrocks here came from Dollar Tree. I believe there were 10 or 12 in a pack, and I just kind of sprinkled them around. I picked up a packet of these doilies. They were brand new in the package at the Goodwill outlet, so I've just also sprinkled them around in different places as well. This silver tray that I change out that I absolutely love, that was picked up at an auction. These little service bells, which really aren't St. Patrick's Day, but they're just part of my decor, so I'm just going to show them. And then you'll see in a couple of different areas, I have these little leprechaun hats that I've also got at Dollar Tree, and just kind of used them, sprinkled them around in my displays. talk about this little display right here. I picked this up from a thrift store. I believe I paid 50 cents or $1 for it. It says Happy St. Patrick's Day. It has these little hooks on here that you could use to put photographs in. Now these are vintage looking St. Patrick's Day cards that I actually saved and copied and printed on my printer. I used cardstock paper so I could use them in my display. And you can see all of these are printed on my computer on cardstock paper. I just stuck them in each of these little metal hooks. This area right here is one of my favorite displays that I did. This was actually my husband's truck when he was a little boy. So I like to display it, and I usually will put different things in the back of the truck. I didn't this time because it was really pretty busy with everything else that was going around. So the only little vintage St. Patrick's Day that I have in my stash is this cute little leprechaun figure. He's made in Japan, as you can see, and I picked him up at Goodwill, I believe for 99 cents. This was a rare find because you don't normally find these little guys anywhere. They weren't really made very often. So I just added it with some pieces on my tiered tray that I picked up at Goodwill, and I am notorious for leaving the Goodwill sticker on things sometimes. You can see I paid $1.99 for this shaker, and at the same visit I paid 99 cents for this shaker. I don't know. That's the way Goodwill works sometimes. But I just added some little touches to it. I am getting into collecting these white pitchers, and this was a new pottery piece that I just picked up from a thrift store that I added to the tray. I did find some glass cloches at Goodwill. No bases, just the cloches, but I still like the way that they look mixed in. That basket is something that I thrifted, and I added some greenery. A friend of mine, Luke, hello Luke if you're watching, he had given me these chickens because he wanted to make sure that I could tell the difference between a rooster and a hen. So here is my constant reminder, so I'll never get confused again. Well, I will, but this is my reminder. Then I also picked up, this is a little ball of flowers I picked up at Goodwill. I've seen it a couple times and I didn't buy it, but then I finally decided, you know, it looks really, oh look, see it has the price tag on it still too, 99 cents. I'm notorious for doing that. I don't know, I think I just want to go back and see what I've paid for it later on. This is something else that we had at the shop for a while that I brought home. And you know, the things that we have at our shop are things that we have found thrifting or estate sales or yard sales or auctions. It's just this crackled glass vase that we had for a very long time because this mid-century things do not sell in my area. And then these are, they're mashers that my dad picked up at an auction. He had them in the shop, and I decided that I was going to bring them home and add them to my home decor. So this is a cooler that I find a lot at the Goodwill outlet. And a friend of mine posted on her Instagram feed that she had one of these too, and she purchased these faux tulips off of Amazon. They look and feel real, and she took 2 bunches and put them in the thermos, and I absolutely love it. So this is something that I will leave out all spring, and I'm probably going to see if this company has any other flowers besides the tulips, because I would like to order something for summer to put in here. But I think it's a really neat idea of upcycling something. Who would have thought that you could put tulips into an old thermos and it look so neat? I love it. That I wanted to talk about is the buffet that's in my dining room. I have been working with this and changing things up from time to time, but I'm finally satisfied with the way that I have it set up. And you can see it's just layer upon layer of different heights and different textures, which is what I like. I'll go ahead and start on this side. This, I have a lot of vintage cards, and I usually will use them for package toppers, but I like the coloring in some that I can use for my displays. So I added this within a little flower frog. This is a little cake stand that I did purchase from Goodwill. And this was something that I found, I believe I found it at a yard sale. And it was this Riverside all rubber patch outfit. So it's a rubber patch kit. I like the colors, and so I brought it home to add with my other green items. This is a furniture mover. It's made from hazel atlas, and people would put these underneath their table legs, and I thought it makes a really nice little candle holder. I added, this isn't green in any way, but I wanted a little bit of contrast with all of the green here. And these are these lusterware figures that I love so much. And so I just added him right next to the little pitcher here with a faux succulent in it. Here is another cloche that I found at Goodwill with no base, but I still like the way that it looks on the display. And then this was, I have a lot of these old books, and actually these 3 books right here, this one, and this one, I picked all of these up from the Goodwill outlet. The books, the hardback books, are 75 cents a piece. So when you're going thrifting, always don't count out the book section. Take the dust covers off books and look at the colors, and you can use them in your displays. So I like using books to use as a stacking mechanism for displays. This is a cute little bowl that I added that I already had, and I just added some more of the shamrocks that I picked up from Dollar Tree in. This is a old metal thermometer and a bank bag that's actually from the bank in my hometown of Anderson, Indiana, Citizens Banking Company. So I added that because I liked the color to it. This is another card that I printed off on my printer. It's just on cardstock paper, and I have it set up with a flower frog. Back here is a really pretty print that I picked up at Goodwill for $1.99. It is an older print. I love the floral colors in it. I just love the way that it looks. It just says spring and summer to me. And I have it set up with a photo stand. Here we have the casserole tray that a lot of people have been using to display their books, and I am no exception. I love the way that it looked. I love the green with the silver, so I'm curious to see how I'm going to intermingle this when I find books for summer and 4th of July. I think it will still add a nice accent to it. These are a bunch of felt shamrocks that I got in a baggie full at the Goodwill outlet. And I also picked up this cute little mint green cup with gold trim from the Goodwill outlet as well. And then I have some more pieces, and I had this cute little flower frog that I added some of the shamrocks to, that I set up on a ruler that we found probably at a flea market. And you can see a lot of the stuff I had in my live sales and they didn't sell, so I am keeping them. I have a family scale here that I change out for the seasons as well, in this cute little enamel pot that was also in one of my live sales that didn't sell, so I went ahead and used it in my own decor, and I like it. I like the way it looks. And back there is another wagon wheel that I use just to anchor out the whole display. already got a few ideas of how you can use some things that you may not have thought about using in your home decor, things that you've seen thrifting and you thought, I could give that a new life. So it can just add a little bit of whimsy and a little bit of fun to your home and just make your decor all you and unique, which is what I like. I like to be unique and use things that you just can't go and buy at Home Goods. No, you need to create them yourself and use things to upcycle that you find thrifting or at yard sales or flea markets or wherever you like to go junking. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and thank you for those who have participated in this collaboration. I hope that you will watch all of their videos. Their videos are linked in the playlist below in the description, and be looking out for some more collaborations that we will be doing. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I would hope that you would subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will go ahead and say goodbye, guys. Happy St. Patrick's Day.